It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.
Hey Gary, how's it going?
Good. It must be noon or noon 04.
Yeah.
Every once in a while we start a little bit late because, hey, this is what
life,
it's like to be
and
we're not
things going on.
And we're also not a television station, right? That's the other thing.
We're just a team of people want to talk about AV to other people.
That's exactly right. How are you doing?
Gary, I wanted to ask you. So yesterday you went for a run, right?
Are you going to harass me about that?
Yeah, I am. Actually.
Oh, God.
Tell me what happened on your run, Gary. Tell everyone what happened. Don't be shy.
It was a fun run until this giant bolt of lightning came out of the sky and scared the S out of me. And then it just started pouring down rain. And the sad thing is I had these brand new running shoes I was really excited about trying out. So now they're like completely soaking wet. And if you know anything about running shoes, they don't ever recover from being that wet. So my brand new shoes are basically soggy, and now they're going to squeak, and they're not going to be as cushiony, and I'm bummed out. But you're making fun of me because I thought I got struck by lightning. It was so loud, it scared the mess out of me.
Because a group of us, we went to like the local little bottle shop restaurant after work, and we each got a beer, and like we get a call and you're like, I just went on a run and I didn't get struck by lightning. Thanks everyone for checking on me. And we were all like, huh?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I guess the lesson to learn here is go get a beer with your coworkers instead of going on a run, I think.
I don't know if I agree with that, but okay. I don't know that I'd be as much fun as you guys are on your beer fest that you do. Plus, I don't drink beer. That's the problem.
That's true.
Yeah,
but
hey,
anyway,
what's going on in the news stuff? We got some news we got to cover today.
So we have been prepping for Cedia, as you know, and we're really excited. I'm going and a few other people are going. So we've just been like kind of trying to get our plans together, get our flights together. So I'm really excited about that. So if you are watching live and you are attending Cedia in person, please feel free to comment and like tell us if you're going. Like, come say hi to us on the show floor if you're going to be there. Tell us what you're looking forward to seeing and what you're looking forward to our editorial team bringing you, because I obviously want to bring people the content that they care about and they want to see. So please let me know what you want, because we're going to obviously go and publish everything and in tons of videos in our regular show coverage. But if there's something in particular you want me to check out, please tell me. Someone that you think is there that I should interview, like, let me know. Like, this is what I want you to do.
Or you're a brand and you're going to be there and you want the exposure. Hey, that's a great opportunity.
Yeah, let me know for sure. Email is steph@theraveagency.com. You can reach out to me and schedule interviews, schedule whatever. I will be there for the whole show. So let me know. So we've also been up. Oh yeah, by the way, Gary, you did an interview with Jason McGraw, right? Tell me how that went.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, it was great. So Jason used to run Infocom. Now he runs Cedia.
Right.
And hey, he's got to be in one of the worst positions in the world right now. Let's be honest. I mean, in the last month, last even 3 weeks, they've had, half of their exhibitors pull out of the show for various reasons, but they still have half going. So obviously he's still got to prepare. He's got to defend, their right to pull out, but he's also got to promote the event, which is going to be coming up in 2 weeks. So he doesn't want to, quell everyone's excitement. But the truth of the matter is he did lose half the exhibitors. They're still going to have about 100, 125 booths there. Some of the big companies pulled out. But he has a positive spin he puts on it. He says, hey, you'll be able to spend more time with the exhibitors while you're there. You'll be able to spend more time walking around and absorbing the product, and you'll have more time to talk to people. So not everyone's going to go. I mean, the people that were planning on going aren't going to go, but they're going to have some people there. It is in Indianapolis. It's certainly not a hot zone. It's not an area that people are afraid of in Indianapolis. And a lot of people will be able to drive there because it's driving distance to Chicago. And so I think they're still going to have decent attendance. But obviously, he's in a tough position. What is he going to do? So he was honest with it. He's like, hey, this is not going to be the show we wanted to have. But we're going to be there, and this is what we plan on doing. So I'd recommend that you watch that interview. The link for that is going to be put in here. I don't know if you want me to say anything else about that stuff.
And I also had Madeline pull a clip of it, so we're going to show a quick minute and a half clip. Yep. Madeline, whenever you're ready, you can roll it.
Well, let's get right to the chase. I mean, the reason why I asked you on is because there is a tremendous amount of consternation, concern, freaking outness. Use any word you want, insert any crazy word you want about Cedia, because there's a group of people that think you should cancel the show. There's a group of people that, I was just this morning with Jeremy Burkhart. He was like, we're going to the show no matter what with Origin Acoustics. And then you've had some brands pull out. But the truth of the matter is that the world is not falling apart. However, in the last few days, you've had to make some significant changes and some significant modifications. So kind of give us a brief of what's happened over the last week with Cedia so we can get caught up where we are.
So, clearly this is, unprecedented, certainly in my career of managing events to, things are moving along swimmingly and, inside of a week, have a large number of significant brands, for their own reasons. And we totally wholeheartedly appreciate and respect that, each brand's made a company decision to participate or not participate in the show, given the current climate with the pandemic and, rise in Delta variant cases around the country.
Hey, so he was honest. He basically he really said, honest. Yeah, everything kind of sucks right now. We're going to do the best we can.
But it's all about staying positive and taking everything as it comes. No one can fully guess or predict how things are going to go down with COVID. There's just no way to predict something like that. So I think he's really done a great job of taking it in stride. I'm sure it's a difficult position to be in right now, but I have a lot of respect for how Cedia has handled everything.
I think they've done the best they can. I don't agree with the way Emerald has handled everything. I think Jason has handled everything really well. Mm-hmm. But this isn't going to stop. It's not a slam dunk that we're going to have all these events. Madeline, I don't know if you have a chance to stick up that screen share that I have now, but I just I'll write an article about this. Steph. But I did a poll on LinkedIn where we had over 1,000 people respond to the poll, and only 27% said they were going to go to InfoComm this year. 45% said no, and 28% said they're still not sure. The still not sure, it's sort of like you're leading up to the election and you're not sure if who you're going to vote for yet. That's that still not sure. And I think what's going to determine whether or not they go to the show is completely based on the news. Let's be honest. It's going to be based on what the news makes you feel. If the news scares you that the Delta variant in Orlando is going to be bad, you're probably not going to go. If you don't pay attention to the news, you're probably going to go. So I think that it's going to be more than 27% of those polled that will end up going, but it's not going to be the show we normally have. InfoComm's cut their projections down from 30,000 to 25,000. I still stand by it's going to be somewhere between 10 and 12,000, but even with 10 and 12,000, that's going to be a great show in my opinion. So
for sure. And we have a running list that we're keeping of the who's in, who's out Cedia Expo 2021 that the editorial team is keeping. And it just has a list that we have tried to update daily of everyone we know who is still in on Cedia and everyone we know who has unfortunately pulled out and will not be there. So if you are looking for just as updated of a list as you can find, it is on ravepubs.com. It's one of the top ones under blogs, or it's on the Cedia Expo microsite that we have. So if you're looking for updated information on that, it is on ravepubs.com, and it will also be linked in LinkedIn if you're watching there.
Yep. And by the way, we're coming to you live on LinkedIn. We're coming to you live on Twitter. We're coming to you live on YouTube. We're coming to you live on our website. And We have sponsors. We have Legrand and we have Shure. I'm using a Shure mic, Shure headset. You're using a Shure mic.
Yep.
I love it.
I love it too.
Obviously, the truth of the matter is that no matter how good our gear is, I got an awesome camera here. I've got an awesome mic out. The internet is the internet, and and some people on LinkedIn aren't getting the quality that people are getting off of our website live at ravepubs.com. So if you want the best quality possible, go to ravepubs.com. But you can join us on LinkedIn. We want to hear from you. If you want to comment on, if you ask us questions, and you want us to comment on things, Derek Calburn just said, "I'm so sad I'll miss Cedia this year." We had a soft launch planned at Lumen Cash, so they're going to do that online. A lot of companies are going to be like that. We want to hear from you. Tell us what you think. Are you going to go to these shows? What is your thought process on all of this? And by the way, speaking of the shows, some of these shows are now requiring vaccination.
Yes, that leads us to our list. Yes, next piece of news. So NAB Show 2021, that one is going to require proof of vaccination to attend. So that isn't come in just like a few different shows who are now requiring this. So in this article, we've linked the official statement and letter from Chris Brown, who is their EVP and managing director. So it just includes his thought process and NAB's thought process in going to require this. But a lot of things are requiring this now. Concerts in North Carolina. So pretty much every concert venue that's owned by Live Nation is now going to require either a vaccination proof or a negative COVID test within the past 3 days to attend shows, which I think is very smart. I think that everyone is ready to get back to normal, but it's important that we are being safe and we're not, becoming super spreaders. So I think that everyone's just trying to make the best decision for themselves. And I think that's great.
And CES, we mentioned last week, already has required proof of vaccination. I reached out to Infocom, to Avixa. They said that they have no plans to do that, but I'm quite sure they will before the show. I'd be surprised if they didn't. There's a lot of people online. I'm sure they're paying attention to the online chatter.
Well,
a lot of talk online about requiring vaccinations.
I'm sure Avixa is just taking everything in stride and trying to make the best decision, and for them, for the show, for everything. So I'm sure that as more information comes out, they'll send a release to everyone to let them know what can be expected for Infocom.
Currently, if you go to Infocom, you're going to have to be masked and you're going to have to stand 6 feet away from each other. That's the current rules. They don't have a vaccination mandate. I do think that they will eventually, but right now they don't have a vaccination mandate. And even if they don't have a vaccination mandate, you are going to have to bring a mask and you are going to have to stand 6 feet apart just for safety's sake. And it's tough for them because they're in a tough state. I mean, 5% of the total new cases in the country of COVID are in Florida, which is just an unfortunate situation. But the convention center is awesome at this. They're going to do a great job. And
they will.
Look, there's going to be companies there. They're going to have new products and
Shore's included in those
our sponsors will have new products and they'll be there.
Yeah. Madeline, if you want to throw up that graphic, that Shore is going to be there. So they released this to us. We wanted to share it. They are going to be there. They are looking so forward to being in person at Infocom, and we are looking forward to being there as well to obviously say, hey, spend some time at their booth. If you're there, please go. I'm sure they will have the things that we are wearing so that you can check them out for yourself. This is the Shore, what is it? M70, and this is the Shore 50. You can check them out if you roll up.
Well, this is the MV7 microphone.
That's right.
We're using the MV7, and these are Shore 50 headsets.
Shore 50,
love them. They are highly adjustable, UCC friendly. They're not like normal headsets. Not like you go into Apple and buying Beats headsets. This is specifically for commercial applications.
Yeah.
And hey, we got a message from Shore, don't we?
We do have a message from Shore, so we'll be right back after this.
Awesome. Love
Very
it. Love it.
awesome.
We love having a sponsor because that means that the industry is supporting what we're doing. Steph, we kind of just threw this show together and it got hugely popular in a very short period of time. And we're excited to have all these viewers in all these different places all around the world. We have people from India watching us. We have people from Europe watching us, Australia watching us. But we still got more stories to talk about. Some other news, even though August is a slow news month, we still got news.
Yep, for sure. So next column I wanted to bring up, this is from Mark Coxon. Y'all know him. Y'all love him. He's a fantastic writer. I wanted to bring this up because this is very useful for AV design. So if you are not only, integrating these designs, if you are designing them yourself, there are certain calculators from different brands that obviously they want you to use with their brand, but they work for multiple uses. So he talks a lot about the Barco lens calculator, which yes, obviously Barco wants you to use their lenses when you're doing this, but he talks about how he uses this tool anytime that he designs a projection system, no matter whose projection system it is. So it has some pictures included here. He talks about the VIX's image display calculator. So this is something that I have also used when I've been studying for the general CTS test. It's included in the video section of the study guide, how they talk about you can go online and use it and practice with it. And it is actually very useful when you're calculating distance to farthest viewer, how far away the screen should be, where people are sitting. It's based on a DISCUS, which is display image size for 2D content and audiovisual system standard. So it's very, very useful. So he includes a screenshot of that as well. So other ones, Atlas, IED's SPL calculators, SPL sound pressure level. Yep. So Kramer's bandwidth calculator, Biamp's amplifier power calculator. So yeah, these are all associated with brands, but I think that he wanted to bring them up because maybe not everyone realizes that they work in multiple applications and don't just work for that brand, and that he uses them in his designs all the time. So if you are on a job and need to make some quick calculations, obviously you can do it in your head. You probably have a CTSD, but it is always useful to just have something there that can calculate it really quick for you. So wanted to bring that up because useful tools. We love them.
And he works in the industry every day, so he'll know what is good and what you should be aware of, which is why he writes for us. So he's giving you some calculators that you should have on your favorites in your favorite browser or download and have them on your desktop.
Yeah. So this is not a sponsored post. This has nothing to do with any of these brands in particular. He just wanted to bring them up just editorially because he says that they're good calculators. So I thought it was something that we should mention and bring up to all of you guys, because if he finds it useful.
And shout out to Derek. And shout out to Derek for watching us from China.
China. Oh my gosh.
China. Yes, there you go.
That's a first, I think.
Watching us from China. I don't know. We've had a couple people from China watching us every once in a while, but I mean, it's it's the middle of the night there, so I don't know if
well, thanks for. Is it the middle of the night there? Well, anyway, if it is, thanks for staying up to watch us. Yeah, appreciate it.
Wow. I'm impressed, but what else we got, Steph?
Okay, so this is another column. This is by Scott Tyner, another just really good writer that has been writing for us for a long time. So he writes about how important it is to remove the uncertainty. And this is another article that kind of brings up the new normal, what that's going to be, but it brings it up with a fresh angle, which was my thing, because we've been talking about the new normal for a year, but my thing is if you can bring that up and give it new context and breathe new life into it, then I'm fine with him writing about that. And he does, because he writes about what things are actually going to be like in the office, how we can encourage people to come in, how we can run a business if COVID-19 continues to be a presence for the next few years, which seems very weird and post-apocalyptic in a way, but it could be a reality, right? There could be other variants that are still very much here for the next year or so. So he talks about how we run a business and maintain a business and keep making decisions that are good, lasting decisions for if this doesn't go away in a month or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, I do know what you mean, and I wish it was going to go away. And by the way, there's if you have a clue and you think you know what's happening, then let us know, because we are figuring things out as we go all along, and we're getting, we're just doing the best we can to provide the industry with the news that we get from everyone else, and we're trying to put context with that news. That's what Steph does it so well. She does a great job putting context with all these stories. So if you want to subscribe to any of we have 9 different news publications. You want to subscribe to any of our publications, just go to ravepubs.com/subscribe, or click on the subscribe link in the upper right-hand corner when you go to our website. Steph, what else we got?
So I wanted to take a moment because, we talked about Shure earlier, and that is one of our sponsors, and we're very grateful to them. But we also have another sponsor who is rAVe, and we're also very grateful to them. They have been also a wonderful partner, and they are preparing some educational sessions to include in future rAVe episodes. So I just wanted to go ahead and we have a special message from them. We wanted to go ahead and drop that in there. So we'll be right back after this.
They have so many brands. I mean, that company has so many, and that a few different brands are behind my TVs at home. I have Santa's hanging all of my stuff. I have Luxel. I have I don't know. I have Daylight Screen. I have Daylight Screens. So I mean, but they're both on the home AV side and on the commercial side. They're a big company, great partner for us to have, and appreciate them being part of everything that we do. But hey, we can do what we do without our sponsors, and we can't do what we do without Steph's context of the news. Any other stories, Steph? Are we done for this?
Yeah, just 2 product stories really quick that I wanted to bring up. So Clear One has the BMA 360. We know what that is, of course, but it has a new plugin for the Autodesk Revit building information modeling software. So BIM for short, because that is that's a mouthful. So I wanted to bring
People
that up.
People have been asking for BIM on everything. Like everyone in our industry wants BIM on everything. And Clear One has stated, look, we're going to put everything in BIM for you that are doing design. So that's a big breakthrough for them to do it, because everyone's got their CAD drawings, but having BIM drawings is a whole different level.
Exactly. So so that's available for download. It's kind of like an update. So the link to that is in the rAVe story, and of course that lives on ravepubs.com. So that is one story, and then the final one is just a new company on the block, 512 Audio. They have some microphones, live streaming equipment. I just wanted to bring attention to them because it's a new company on the block. So I wanted to welcome them to the AV industry. And you can check out that story also on ravepubs.com.
And they're primarily focusing on podcasting and in studio applications, live streaming, that kind of stuff. So they're kind of on the fringe of our market, but hey, we love when new that's a good sign, right, Steph? That companies are coming into the industry and appearing.
That's the whole reason why I wanted to bring it up on rAVe, just because hey, it's a new company that kind of is making its way into our industry, and I think that we need to bring them up when new companies get in here, just in case, help them out a little bit. But give them some free, give them a free plug to check them out. But I want to thank Steph for everything she does. Thank you, and I also want to thank Legrand and Shure, and thank Madeline on the behind the scenes here. Thank Kelsey behind the scenes, and Carrie behind the scenes, and the whole rAVe TV crew for doing this every week. And Steph, we're about out of here, aren't we? We're about out of here. All right. Yeah, that's our show. We'll see you next Wednesday at noon Eastern. Don't miss it. We'll be streaming everywhere and at ravepubs.com. So we will see you next time. Bye, everybody. Hop in and say hello. Bye.
It's the weekly show about Pro AV with the hottest news in the AV industry. It's rAVe TV. Give it up for Steph and Gary. Steph and Gary.